second-generation Palestinian refugees. And I want to ask you, what is the current stance of the Palestinian government on the right of people like me to get back? Is that something you're willing to compromise on?
I don't need the mic. I think I have. My answer to you is going to be so brief because we need to take more questions. Just 3 weeks ago, President Abbas made a historic speech to the Revolutionary Council of Fatah. You know what he said? I'm 80 years old. I don't want to be in the trash of annals of history. And I will never be a traitor to sign on the right of return as long as I live. That's my answer to you.
One at a time.
When I was studying at Tantor some years ago, I was told by Landrum Bolin,
yes, who is a good friend of mine,
about what makes negotiation possible. And this was to do with people who tried to get people together as a preparation for Oslo. And he said, what is it? What's the breakthrough point that makes something possible? He said, oh, that's easy. When both sides laugh at the same joke.
yes.
I wonder what your sense of that is, and when do people laugh at the same joke?
You know, I want to tell you a joke that I was told by 3 Israeli professors from the Hebrew University. By the way, in 1991, I was the first professor to be hosted at the Hebrew University to do my what we call sabbatical year. And I have published extensively with Israeli colleagues on the peace process. And I have been engaged in 52 second-track negotiations. And I'm going to Pittsburgh to finish a second-track negotiations where we are going to submit Palestinians and Israelis our solutions to Mr. John Kerry. Just to let you know. And let me tell you this joke that was told to me by Professor Moshe Maoz, a distinguished professor at the Hebrew University and a noted historian on Syria. He said to me, Manuel, it's so nice to break the ice by a joke, and this is what we do when Israelis and Palestinians sit and start negotiating. We start joking with each other. We start praising the falafel, the hummus, and whatnot. We start talking about the old streets in Jerusalem, where we go and hang around, right? This is the true essence. This is what we feel, that we are negotiating peace. Not at the official level, but at the second track level, what I call citizens' diplomacy. There was, excuse me, I have to use the word Jewish, because it's not Israeli. There was this Jewish guy in Manhattan who owned a store next to a Chinese guy. Every day, at the end of the day, they go walking in the streets and they, talk to each other about their problems, what they have facing with them. One of these days, while they are walking, this rabbi from New York jumps on this Chinese and he starts punching him. The Chinese was baffled. He told him, you are my friend, why are you punching me? What did I do? He said, sir, it dawned on me. You, the Japs, when you attacked us at Pearl Harbor, I said, but we are Chinese. He said, Chinese, Japanese, you're all the same. Please, let me finish. Please. A week later, the Chinese wanted to avenge. Okay? He wanted to avenge. While they were walking in the street, he jumped on this rabbi, started pulling him from his whiskers, punching him and this. So Rabbi was astonished. He said, why are you doing this to me? We have contributed to the world Abrahamic religions. We did this, we invented the polio, we are the people of civilization. So he narrated the whole history of the Jewish people and their achievements. He told them, don't waste your time. It just dawned on me. He said, what dawned on you? He said, when the Titanic hit the iceberg. He said, what do we have to do with the iceberg? He said, iceberg, Goldberg, Weisberg, you know this.
It's nice to hear you talk about coexistence with Muslims, Jews, and Arabs alike. And you also talk about the European funding. But in February this year, the Palestinian Minister of Foreign Affairs announced that 30 million euros, not 30 million shekels, 30 million euros, its funding is going to be allocated to current reform prisoners. Now my question to you is, as a British taxpayer as well, money which is going towards the Palestinian people, allegedly, how can you ensure that European funding financial assistance to the PA helps advance peace and stability in the region, promoting freedom and democracy and rule of law, and not used to reward terrorism? Because the higher the crime, the more the Palestinian people get paid for committing acts of terrorism against citizens in Israel. How can you ensure, if you're serious about peace, and if you're serious about coexistence, then the Palestinian Authority has got to stop funding Palestinian people to commit acts of terrorism? What are you going to do in your capacity to help? We are where we are, okay? What we need to live, whatever we believe in, whether you're Muslim, whether you're a Jew, Israeli, hatred is not getting us anywhere. Okay, I'm going to have to find a solution to move forward. So what is the Palestinian Authority in your capacity going to do to stop the cycle of hatred?
Such allegations. To say that the Palestinian Authority is subsidizing terrorism, then you have the right to it. Subsidizing terrorism. Why? Since the advent of Mahmoud Abbas, and now it's 8 years almost, or 9 years, there has been total collaboration on mutual security. Not a single suicide bombing came out from the West Bank since Mahmoud Abbas.
Because of the war.
Because of the war. The war, yeah, exactly. Security war.
Let him answer, please. You
Tell
know,
the truth.
tell
the truth.
Yes,
The one start, tell the truth.
let me tell you this. Go back and Google. There were 3 or 4 suicide bombings with that wall being built, my friends. Okay? It's not the finished. It's the collaboration of the Palestinians and the Israelis to maintain security. Security for the Palestinians and security for the Israelis. How many soldiers have been lost in the West Bank? We took them back to their garrisons. We took them back to where they belong. They were not assassinated, they were not kidnapped, and they were not killed.
Some of them did. Some of them been kidnapped, some of them been killed as well. You got no manners.
The question 30 million or 40 million, this is immaterial. That's not the point. The point, if there are monies given to rehabilitate these political prisoners who went there at the age of 18 and they left at the age of 36, they have seen nothing but humiliation and torture to rehabilitate them. That the money was going to. It was not going to commit, suicide bombings and what have you. If we believe in violence, why President Abbas is sitting with Netanyahu? Why? Then there is no need to sit. Let's wage war. If you want war, eventually you will get it. Sorry, you don't want peace. That's not the language of peace by distorting the facts.
Question, sir.
بدي اروح ادعمه
Absolutely, and you know it.
So that's the end of the question, I'm afraid. Professor Hassassian has to go now.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.